This celebrity chef and TV personality brought back all-star chefs for a second chance to run one of his Las Vegas restaurants in 2017. The answer is Gordon Ramsay. Bob Dylan insisted this 1963 folk anthem was not a protest song, despite lyrics asking how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer is Blowin' in the Wind. This formal black jacket, a staple of black tie events, gets its name from a New York country club that made it fashionable in the 1880s. The answer is tuxedo. Stretching over 1,500 miles, these mountains form a natural barrier separating the Indian subcontinent from the rest of Asia. The answer is the Himalayas. Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity has been verified through experiments involving this innermost planet of our solar system. The answer is Mercury. During Christmas of this year, soldiers on both sides of the Western Front famously stopped fighting and played soccer together in no man's land. The answer is 1914. As Germany's Chancellor of Change, this leader ended military conscription, introduced a minimum wage, and served as Chancellor from 2005 to 2021. The answer is Angela Merkel. Emmentaler is the proper name for this cheese, and technically, the holes are not called holes but eyes. The answer is Swiss cheese. Worker bees build this six-sided wax structure inside the hive to store honey and raise larvae. The answer is honeycomb. Queen Elizabeth II held this relationship to Princess Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, born in 2015. The answer is great-grandmother. In Australia, this American fast food chain operates under the name Hungry Jack's and still serves the Whopper. The answer is Burger King. In poker, this hand, 3 of a kind plus a pair, such as 3 queens and 2 jacks, beats a straight. The answer is a full house. This ancient Greek lyric poet from the island of Lesbos is considered one of the greatest poets of antiquity and is known for her personal, emotional verse. The answer is Sappho. This late 1960s music festival in Bethel, New York became a defining moment of the counterculture era and later lent its name to a Peanuts character. The answer is Woodstock. This Shakespeare tragedy about an aging king who divides his kingdom among his 3 daughters is considered one of the most challenging roles for older actors. The answer is King Lear. The 2 rivers that flow through Washington, D.C. are the Anacostia and the Swan, which also forms part of the Virginia-Maryland border. The answer is the Potomac. This California politician served 2 terms as governor starting in 1975, then made a political comeback winning 2 more terms starting in 2011. The answer is Jerry Brown. This chemical weapon, nicknamed for its garlic-like smell, was deployed in World War I despite being banned under an 1899 international treaty. The answer is mustard gas. Charles Darwin published his groundbreaking theory explaining how species change over generations in this 1859 work. The answer is On the Origin of Species. The 2000 Summer Olympics were held in this Southern Hemisphere city, the first time the Games were hosted in Australia. The answer is Sydney. Mel Brooks directed this 1974 comedy western, whose memorable title song was sung by Frankie Laine. The answer is Blazing Saddles. This two-word political movement, which sought autonomy for Ireland within the British Empire, was a major force in Irish and British politics from 1870 to 1920. The answer is Home Rule. Michael B. Jordan played lawyer Brian Stevenson in this acclaimed 2019 film about a wrongfully convicted death row inmate, with Jamie Foxx as the inmate. The answer is Just Mercy. This epic 1962 biographical film, set across the deserts of Arabia, stars Peter O'Toole in one of cinema's most celebrated performances. The answer is Lawrence of Arabia. On Friends, Ross repeatedly defended himself to Rachel by insisting that they were on one of these, his go-to excuse for a perceived infidelity. The answer is a break. This Hall of Fame point guard, a 13-time All-Star who won the 2011 NBA title with the Dallas Mavericks, became the team's head coach in 2021. The answer is Jason Kidd. The capital city of Morocco, this city on the Atlantic coast is home to the medieval Kasbah of the Udayas, known for its blue and white painted alleys. The answer is Rabat. This Pennsylvania capital city hosted the first Whig Party National Convention in 1839 and is home to the Milton S. Hershey Medical Center. The answer is Harrisburg. Captain Quint in Jaws sings the old sailor's lament farewell and adieu to you, fair Spanish ladies, before recounting his harrowing story from this World War II naval disaster. The answer is USS Indianapolis. 4 different songs by this British rock band, including Who Are You and Won't Get Fooled Again, served as theme songs for different versions of the CSI franchise. The answer is The Who. This decorative mark worn as a jewel or dot in the center of the forehead has traditionally been worn by married Hindu women. The answer is Bindi. H.G. Wells wrote this 1896 novel about a scientist conducting disturbing experiments on a remote volcanic island, creating human-animal hybrids. The answer is The Island of Dr. Moreau. A famous 1987 physics conference nicknamed the Woodstock of Physics focused on this phenomenon, in which certain materials conduct electricity with zero resistance at very low temperatures. The answer is superconductivity. Founded in Henan, China around 495 AD, this famous temple became the birthplace of both Zen Buddhism and a legendary tradition of martial arts. The answer is Shaolin Temple. So Let It Be Written, a biography of this Metallica frontman, takes its title from a lyric in the band's song Creeping Death. The answer is James Hetfield. This Roman god of wine, ecstasy, and ritual madness is the equivalent of the Greek god Dionysus. The answer is Bacchus. The Mexican beaded lizard delivers venom by chewing it into its prey. The venom is produced by modified versions of these secretory organs. The answer is salivary glands. In medieval England, this craftsman worked at the manor curing animal hides and turning them into leather, a trade so common it became a common surname. The answer is a tanner. If a car from Carlsbad and a car from Louisville both drive at different speeds, a math problem might have them meet in this Wyoming state capital. The answer is Cheyenne. In Paris, this word describes a men's loose shirt, while in New York it refers to a short, loosely cut women's dress. The answer is chemise. In 1953, James Watson and Francis Crick built on Rosalind Franklin's X-ray crystallography work to discover the double helix structure of this molecule. The answer is DNA. This 1,648 pair of treaties ended the 30 Years' War and is considered the foundation of the modern international system based on the concept of state sovereignty. The answer is the Peace of Westphalia. This Spanish surrealist painter, famous for his flamboyant mustache and melting clocks, created the persistence of memory in 1931. The answer is Salvador Dalí. This composer wrote his Ninth Symphony, featuring the Ode to Joy finale, after becoming almost completely deaf, meaning he never heard it performed. The answer is Beethoven. This Central Asian country is one of only 2 doubly landlocked nations in the world. It is entirely surrounded by other landlocked countries. The answer is Uzbekistan. Marcel Proust's 7-volume masterwork In Search of Lost Time, exploring memory and time through the narrator's life in early 20th century France, was written in this language. The answer is French. Einstein described this quantum phenomenon as spooky action at a distance, 2 particles linked so that measuring one instantly determines the state of the other, no matter how far apart they are. The answer is quantum entanglement. Known as the Sun King, this French monarch reigned for 72 years, the longest of any major European sovereign, and built the Palace of Versailles to showcase his absolute power. The answer is Louis XIV. Andrew Wiles proved this famous conjecture in 1995, ending a 358-year quest. It states that no 3 positive integers can satisfy the equation x to the power of n plus y to the power of n equals z to the power of n for any n greater than 2. This element with atomic number 43 was the first to be artificially produced in a lab. Its name comes from the Greek word for artificial, as it does not occur naturally on Earth. The answer is technetium.